Hello everyone. In this video we want to solve some questions and make like a virtual lab to build our atom. At the beginning I want to remind you the atoms of certain elements always have the same number of protons, but the number of neutrons may be different, as we mentioned last time about the isotopes. Isotopes are atoms of the same element that have different number of neutrons. The total number of protons and the neutrons in an atom nucleus, it is mass number. Just to remind you about these notes, and you have to write these notes are very important. Let's solve this question together. Let's label it together. Let's start labeling which one represent the electrons. For sure this one, this negative charge, if you remember. What about the nucleus? The nucleus, if you're talking about whole the dense area, or before we talked about this dense area, let's move to electron cloud, which is around the nucleus, this one. Okay, what about the neutrons? These are uncharged particles, the white balls or spheres, as you see. Let's look at this one here, the positive with this one is the positive. I'm sorry, this one here. Okay, what about this one here? This one represents the whole dense area in the middle, which is called what? Which is called the nucleus. I'm sorry for this. Okay.
You've got it. An atom contains positive protons and neutral neutrons in its central nucleus. Negative electrons travel within electron clouds outside the atom's nucleus.
Let's continue. I want you to listen to this one carefully now.
Electrons in an atom are in constant motion. Our current atomic model says that electrons are found in electron clouds outside of the atom's nucleus. Have you ever passed through a rain cloud in an airplane? If so, then you know that it's made up of mostly empty space. The same is true with an electron cloud. The cloud represents the area where an electron might be found around the nucleus. We cannot predict exactly where an electron is at any given time, but we know that it's likely to be found in a region represented by a negatively charged shape. The area where the electrons is likely to be found depends on its energy. If you were able to take a snapshot of an atom, you would see that the electron takes up very little space in the electron clouds. You also now know that the atom's central nucleus is very dense and very small. So an atom is mostly empty space. Electrical and magnetic charges keep you from being able to put your hand through what appear to be solid materials.
So this is about the atom. I want to make like virtual lab with you. Just hold on. Let's first solve these together. Listen carefully.
An atom is composed of parts. Some parts are electrically charged. Can you sort the parts of the atom by their electric charge? Drag the items to the correct locations.
Okay, let's look at the first one here. The whole atom, what is the charge of it? Which is a neutral, if you remember. Okay, then what about this part here? They said electron. What is the charge of electron? Which is a negative charge, right? Look at this. This is the nucleus. What is the charge of a nucleus? If you remember, we said which is positive. Okay. What about this one? This one is a neutron. What is the charge of a neutron, which is what? A neutral. What about the electron cloud? This is the electron cloud. What is the charge of it? For sure it's what? A negative charge. What about protons? Protons, positive charge. Okay?
Good job. Protons, which have a positive charge, and neutrons, which are neutral, are found in the nucleus. Therefore, the nucleus has a positive charge. Electrons, which have a negative charge, are found in the electron cloud. Therefore, the electron cloud has a negative charge. For all atoms, the number of protons is equal to the number of electrons. Therefore, the electric charge of any atom is neutral.
Okay, so here let's move now to solve the second one.
The atomic number of an atom is the number of protons in the nucleus. The mass number of an atom is the number of protons plus the number of neutrons. What do these numbers signify in the fluorine atom? Drag each number to the correct description and then click OK.
Okay, for fluorine atom, let's count the positive, which are the number of protons. Let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So here number of protons 9. So what about the atomic number? It should be 9. So let's see if this one is correct or not. We will see now. Sorry. Okay. Let's continue. A number of neutral particles, since we're talking about these red spheres, these are the neutrons. Let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So here 10, which is the number of neutral particles. Let's see. What about the mass number? Mass number, which is number of atomic number, protons number, and number of neutrons. So 9 plus 10, which is 19. So this is the mass number. Number of charged particles, all charged particles. In here we are talking about number of electrons plus number of protons, all of them together. If the number of protons, they are 9, and number of electrons, let's count them, they should be also 9, so it should be 18. Let's see if it's correct.
That's it. This is the correct answer. The atomic number of fluorine is 9. The mass number of fluorine is 19. Atoms that have the same atomic number have the same chemical properties. Atoms of a particular element may have different mass numbers. These atoms are called isotopes.
Okay, so this is about the fluorine atom. Let's continue.
In this investigation, you'll explore how atoms are structured by building an atom yourself. Here's what you'll use. Data about the atom. You'll see data about the element. An atom builder. You'll drag the parts of the atom to their locations. A camera. You'll capture an image of the atom you've built.
Okay, let's see. Let's start.
How do you think atoms are structured? For example, how do you think the number of protons compares to the number of electrons? What can you say about the electric charge of an atom? Use words such as protons, neutrons, electrons, and electric charge in your answer. Type your prediction in the box and then click OK.
From the things that we learned, what did we learn about the structure? What did we learn about the overall charge of the atom? What about the number of protons and number of electrons? What did we say about them?
Continue to see if your prediction is correct.
You have to know number of protons equals the number of electrons, right? The overall charge of the whole atom, which is what? Which is 0, right?
What is your plan for investigating how atoms are structured? Type your plan in the box and then click OK.
What are you going to do to build this structure? Let's see.
Check your plan. Did you set a goal and include these steps? Review the mass number and atomic number for the given atom. Drag the protons and neutrons to the nucleus and the electrons to their orbits. Capture an image of the completed atom. If your plan does not include these steps, you can change it. Once you've finished, click the next button to move on.
Okay.
We're ready to build 4 different atoms based on their atomic number and mass number. Choose the atom you want to build.
Okay, let's choose the atom we want to build. I'll start with hydrogen.
Look at the atomic number and mass number of the atom you chose.
The atomic number
protons, electrons, and neutrons to their places.
Okay, atomic number 1, which means I'm going to put only one.
Click the run button to check your answer.
I'll see if it's 1 here.
That's not right.
Why?
The number of protons equals the number of electrons.
I
Click
have
the reset button to try again.
The wrong that I didn't do here, I didn't put electrons and neutrons here. I have to continue. I have to put this one. Then I have to put 1 electron, right? And what about in atomic mass? They said 1, which means here number of protons plus number of neutrons only 1. So no neutrons, as you see here. Let's see if it's correct.
That's correct. This is the structure of the hydrogen atom. Hydrogen is the lightest and most abundant chemical element in the universe. Capture an image of the completed atom. Reset and choose another atom to build.
Okay, I'll build another one. let's see for lithium. The atomic number is 3, which means I have to put 3 protons. 1, 2, 3, right? The mass number, which is 7. The mass number, which is 7, which means if the mass number is 7, let's solve it here. Let's do it here. So the mass number is 7, which means, and number of protons is 3. So plus here, which is the unknown, which is x, right? Which means 7 minus 3, which is equal x equal what? 4, right? X equals 4, which is number of neutrons. Let's see if it's correct. Neutrons are 4, let's say 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, let's continue. What about electrons? Number of electrons, as you know, equal to number of protons. They should be 3. I have to put 1, 2, and 3. Let's see if it's correct.
Right. This is the structure of the lithium atom. Lithium is the lightest metal and the least dense solid element. It is found only in compounds, never alone.
Okay, this is for, I'll take a capture of this. Let's continue. I'll choose another atom. I'm going to use boron. It's another element. Look at the atomic number 5. I have to put what? 5 protons. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The mass number, which is 11, which means 11 minus 5, which is equal how much? Here 6. Let's see the mass number, which is 6. Let's make sure. Neutrons 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What about number of electrons? They should be equal to number of protons. They should be 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, they should be 5. Let's see if it's correct.
That's it. This is the structure of the boron atom. Boron is a metalloid. It has properties of both metals and nonmetals. Boron, in its elemental form, is not found naturally. It is found only in compounds.
Okay, I'll take a capture of this one. Let's continue. I'll do another atom. I'll build another atom, which is carbon. Carbon, as you see here, the atomic number 6, the mass number 6, the mass number 6, which means 12. 12 minus 6, we will have 6 neutrons. So let's talk about number of protons first. 6. Okay. What about number of neutrons? The same number, which is 6. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here 6. What about number of electrons? Equal to number of protons. Also what? 6. 2, 3, 4, 5. Here 6. Okay, let's see if it's correct.
You got it. This is the structure of the carbon atom. Carbon is a non-metallic element that is found naturally. Graphite and diamonds are both pure carbon. Compounds of carbon are present in all known life forms.
Okay, so this is about the, I'll take a capture of it. Okay, let's see.
You've just looked at how atoms are structured. What can you say about the number of protons and electrons in an atom? What can you say about the electric charge of an atom? Type your answers in the box and then click OK.
Use your own words, but I'm going to remind you the number of protons equal to number of electrons, because they are equal to each other, so they will cancel each other. Positive charge will cancel the negative charge, so the overall charge of the atom, which is what? Which is 0, right?
Protons and neutrons are found in the nucleus of an atom. Electrons are found in an electron cloud. Within this cloud, electrons orbit around the nucleus. The number of protons and the number of electrons in a neutral atom is always equal. Since a proton is positively charged and an electron is negatively charged, the entire atom is neutral. You may have concluded that different atoms are structured in a somewhat similar way. How does your conclusion compare to how scientists explain this? Type your answer in the box and then click OK.
So you have to compare if you're correct or not. Thank you. This is all about the building the structure of the atom, about the atomic number, about the mass number. If you still have a question about them, you can send me your questions. Thank you for listening.